사만 라은나티아 실바 국장님께서 Public Healthcare Procurement Projects from Sri Lanka's Governmental Official이라는 주제로 발표 시작하겠습니다. 네, 국장님 무대 위로 모십니다.
Very good afternoon to all. Aibowan, meaning long life in our language. Dr. Dorin Rotavo, Emergency Officer, WHO Ukraine. Dr. Patrick Osivi, Chief of the Health Sector Group, Asian Development Bank. Mr. Hung Kim, Director General, Social Infrastructure Development, Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. Professor Dr. Tabenin Shirin, Director General, Institute of Epidemiology, Disease Control and Research, Ministry of Health and the Family Welfare, Republic of Bangladesh. Dr. John Norris, Chairman, Safety and Prosperity. Mr. Usho Costas, Country Coordinator, United Nations Habitat Youth Program, Nigeria. Dr. Eric Buta, Chamber Vice President, Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Dr. Joseph Okwari, Director Health Services, Ministry of Health, Uganda. Mr. Juyong Kim, Founder SDG Youth. Excellencies, Honorable Guests, distinguished delegates, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. I am privileged and honored to have this opportunity not only as an individual but as a nation. We are proud to be here representing the Sri Lankan government and the health sector. Let me begin with a small introduction and some basic information about the country. Earlier, Sri Lanka was classified as a middle-range country, and according to the Central Bank Report 2021 and Annual Report of the Ministry of Finance 2021, its population is 22.156 million. The country is governed by an executive president, a board of cabinet, and the parliament, and the governing power has been distributed among 9 provincial councils. The country unit is Sri Lankan rupees, and the American dollar is the most widely used international currency unit. According to Census and Statistics Department report of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka and annual report of Ministry of Finance, Sri Lanka, the national income of the country was American dollar millions 7,326 in 2021, and the national expenditure was American dollar millions 17,708. Around 200 billion is allocated from the national budget for the health sector. From the annual budgeting grants, around 65 billion is allocated for essential drugs. Of the requirement, 20% is made by local suppliers and the remaining 80% comes from foreign suppliers. Now I am going to turn your attention to the current situation in Sri Lanka. The Sri Lankan economy has collapsed due to the wrong political decisions and economic management, and the political balance is also in crisis. During the last 2 years, inflation has increased from 15% to 70%, according to the National Consumer Price Index in September 2022. Food inflation is at 85.8%. The price of essential foods and drugs has gone up by 300%, and a scarcity of essential foods and drugs has also been reported. The cost of all the products and services has increased to 400% to 400% from 100%. Around 600,000 people have lost their daily basis jobs, and nearly 200,000 has lost their permanent jobs, as per the reports published in recent times. A severe shortage of fuel and gas prevailed in the country for several months, which resulted in people waiting in long queues for days. According to the recent central bank report, the government foreign reserves were reduced from 4.2 billion to 1.3 billion dollars. The people of Sri Lanka started to protect against this situation, and as a result, the Prime Minister and the government resigned initially, and the President stepped down from his position afterwards. After this resigning, a new president was selected, and with the participation of many parties, he established a government. At present, as a country, we are implementing many actions to manage the economy and political crisis by incorporating good planning strategies. The following are the actions: establishing limitations of the consumptions and import of luxuries, obtaining foreign loans and grants to solve the shortage problems in fuel, gas, essential food and fertilizers, and imposing limitations in the overuse of fuel, restructuring the non-profitable institutions, introducing new taxes and increasing tariffs to increase the government revenue. Discussions with the IMF are underway to gain an emergency loan with staff level agreement, reforming the tourism industry and making arrangement to increase remittances, making agreement with Japan, India and Singapore on investment and trade, restructuring of foreign loan grants. We have implemented several political reforms to overcome the current crisis situation in the country. As for the request made by the President, the amendment of the 22nd Constitutional Order to limit the power and authority of the Executive President and to disseminate the power to the Prime Minister and to the Parliament, gaining Cabinet approval to amend the Anti-Terrorism Act. In response to the suggestion made by the Geneva Human Rights Commission, as a country, it has agreed upon the appointment of a local mechanism, truth-seek mechanism, to investigate the violation of human rights. Release of 3 people who were sentenced by the court during the civil war according to the president's pardon. Cabinet approval has been obtained to reduce the number of members in local government institutions from 8,000 to 4,000 and the needed actions are underway. Implementation of a strategy to allow citizens to participate in governance. To overcome the crisis situation in which Sri Lanka finds itself, we expect the helping hands of the international community to be extended towards us. For the rapid succession of these measures, we need the cooperation of South Korea and the international community as cooperation we expect. Humanitarian aids as drugs and essential food provisions for needy. Direct foreign investments in the country. I take this opportunity to celebrate that we have provided mechanism, possible opportunities for foreign investors to invest in Sri Lanka with 100% transparent procedures through Board of Investment, BOI, where investors will get tax relief, land and other facilities from the government and continue support from the government to secure investment done. Lucrative investment opportunities and attractive RIOs are seen in the field of tourism, health, education, apparel and power and energy. Loan grants from international monetary institutions. Opportunities to solve the human rights problems through a local mechanism, a truth-seeking mechanism. Job opportunities for semi-skills and skills unemployed youth in foreign. I take this opportunity to thank South Korean government for the generosity of providing employment for Sri Lankan youth for the last 2 decades and hope this will continue in this hour of need. We highly appreciate the opportunity provided for Sri Lanka and we expect all to join hands with us to overcome the crisis and build up the nation once again. Wishing a great day ahead that may Triple Gem bless you all. Thank you.
네, 고맙습니다. 국장님의 발표였습니다. 네, 다음 5번째, 6번째 강연은 영상 발표로 대체하도록 하겠습니다.